I want you to have a savings because, again, you can lose your job. You can get sick.
In my first meeting with you, you are a wealth of information. Like you know what you're talking about. Like, yeah.
And why not get into an appreciating asset 3 to 5 years from now? Now you balling.
Hello and welcome to Unapologetically Speaking, a podcast for bold, intentional, and unapologetic leaders. I have a great show planned for you today, but before we get started, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Help your girl out. Today, I am joined by one of the panelists for the upcoming gala with Wealthy Women on December 13th. The panelist here today with me is Mariah Ivana. Okay. I can't even go into all the things that she does because she is doing so much. So we will start there. Tell us what you do, Mariah.
I am a financial strategist and a realtor, but I'm also a longshore woman as well, located here in the Bay Area, Oakland to be exact, but I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere.
Everybody from
I'm everywhere.
Oakland to be exact.
From San Francisco, but I reside in Oakland. A lot of my business is conducted in Oakland. So.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I can pivot.
Okay. Longshore woman.
Yes.
How did you get into that?
My dad, he's a longshoreman.
Okay.
So he gave me his card and I applied. I was working at the mayor's office at the time.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? Let me try something different. Let me just take a risk and see where it goes. And I ended up getting my book, 2 years on the wait list, and then became an ID another 22 months.
Wow.
And then got my B book in 2021. And then
Wow.
I should, hopefully everything goes well, should have my A book next June.
So I'm going to have you come back because I'm going to be doing a series of women in male-dominated fields.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do that after, the first of the year.
Okay.
So I'm sure there are some very interesting stories there. We will wait for another podcast for all of those stories. But okay.
Stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. All of these crowns. So I met you, my first run-in with you was here in this building at the Entrepreneur Experience with Terry Griffin. Shout out to Terry Griffin.
Right, shout out to the mayor.
And you were advising everyone on with evolving financial solutions and financial strategy and tax strategy, business strategy, funding strategy. And I know we've had a few conversations about that. So tell me more about that. How you got into that?
So originally I started out in 2019 as a tax professional. I got my CTAG, got my P10, kind of like went into the financial industry. That was my segue. And then not really into taxes, all like that, although I do like taxes because I'm always trying to figure out how can I keep more of my money and give it less to Uncle Sam.
Right.
However, I ended up pivoting back in 2021. So I was a tax strategist, and then I got my certificates for credit to be a credit specialist.
Okay.
And I just love credit. Credit is king, it's queen, it's everything.
Right.
Cash is great, but if you have credit and you don't have any money, you can run it up in 30 days. And I seen the what credit can do for you. It's really life changing if you leverage it and you have strategy behind it, right?
Right.
Not just getting credit cards and then absent-mindedly spending your money, but you can go off the lot 100% down. 100%, no money down.
Right.
Get you some credit cards. You can get you some business funding, and you can literally change your life in 30 to 45 days if you have the right strategy behind it. Starting a business, scaling a business, getting the right funding, investing into real estate. You can use the business funding and invest into just different avenues. Right. And I don't think people really understand the importance of credit. There's people in my circle that understand it.
Right.
But from a consumer perspective, they don't get the depths of what credit can do for you. And it can be life-changing if you allow it and if you have the right strategy behind it.
Right. Do you find that it's difficult? So I find that it's difficult for me to give my family financial advice and the people close to me. And these are the people that I really want to benefit from it, right? So do you find that it's difficult to advise your family and the people closest to you on these things?
No, and
That's
when
good.
I was younger, maybe because of the delivery, was kind of like, you got to do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. It was more so me talking at them opposed to let me just help you through it and navigate it. As I've grown and become more wiser and more patient, it's like, okay, these are the things that you can do. This is the strategy backed behind it. This is what you can accomplish. And when I've come to find out that your delivery is everything. So now I fixed my brother's credit. My brother got out of prison. I put him on my credit card as an authorized user. Now he owns Angel's Collision in Pittsburgh.
Angel's
a body
Collision
shop
in Pittsburgh.
He's home and he's thriving. He's married. And my other brother, he's literally going through the process with PNC Bank, getting 100% financing, has a 750 credit score. Thought that he would never have that. So now it's like I have to, okay, let me just show you guys. I'm not just going to talk to you. I'm going to help you guys get to the next level. I'm going to hold your hand if I have to do that.
Right.
I'm the youngest, so I think that might be the hard part about it because my brothers are older than me and I'm the only girl and I'm their baby and,
Yeah.
But at this point, we got to boss up together and I'm not leaving my family behind.
Yeah.
So no, I don't feel like it's difficult. I think more so with the space in the season that I'm in like, I'm growing. So if I'm evolving, those around me are going to evolve, period. And there's no other way. Right. So I have to find strategies that help not just myself, but also those around me. And if it means I have to be a little sweeter or look, let me just give you some game, but I'm going to do it in a different way, then that's just how I have to approach it. But no, I don't think it's difficult because I really genuinely want to see my family succeed.
Yeah.
Even my best friend, I'm fixing her credit. Now she just walked off the lot, 30 days ago with a new car. Now she's thinking about home ownership. So for me, that's what fuels my fire. That's why I am in this position because God has put me here strategically to help those around me and then people that I don't know. Right. I thrive in this industry. I love it. I have fun. I make good money. Then I'm a boss while I do it.
Right. Okay.
Listen.
I love that. No, okay. No, that's dope. And I just know, and I sit down with a lot of people, and I know sometimes the family dynamic is most difficult because I think those are people who have seen you go through all these different phases in your life, and so here you come with this advice or this strategy, and they're like, oh yeah, but
I've always been like this.
Yeah, I believe that.
Since I was a little girl, like my first real time of or experience of making money, we lived in Hayward. My mom owned a four-unit apartment complex. I would literally go to our orange tree, pull out the oranges, and make orange juice and sell it for 25 cents. So that was my entrance to entrepreneurship. And then when I lived in Mexico, we sold at the Soba de Ruedas, which is like a swap meet, a flea market, consignment store, right? Used items. And that was another entry into entrepreneurship. And then I just kept bossing up and leveling up as I progressed with my age and my wisdom and my knowledge. Then so did the business opportunities, I guess I would put it that way.
Right. Yeah.
So I've always had this innate fire in me, very self-sufficient, independent, self-starter. But I've always been very giving and caring and wanting to see those around me level up with me. It's boring at the top when you're doing this by yourself.
It sure is.
So
yeah.
I don't see how people can be so crabs in a barrel type mentality, wanting to keep everything and harbor it for themselves. I don't want to be in Dubai by myself. I don't want to be in Bali by myself.
Right.
Like, I want my friends and my families to come with me. And if I make new friends along that journey, come on, let's go. Let's go have fun.
Right.
It's boring at the top by yourself.
Yeah,
it's lonely.
I love that you say that, and I believe what you're saying because fun fact, Mariah and I have the same exact birthday. It's so crazy because we did meet. Of course, we never had the like, what's your birthday? When's your birthday? We never had the conversation, but she was celebrating her birthday on my day. And I was like, wait, this your birthday? This my birthday. So yeah, I believe that. And I think there is, I think my family would definitely say the same about me. I just have always been minded this way. There's always something to learn, always a way to just be better and do more. And right. It's funny because people just even now, like my husband, my family is just like, what are you doing now? Like a podcast? Like you don't have enough on your plate. So as you were sitting here talking, I was thinking, I know longshore women make really good money, right? So it's not about the money.
Right, that part.
It's, you have Evolving Financial Solutions, and just in my first meeting with you, you are a wealth of information. Like you know what you're talking about. Like I received that from you. I feel that way. And you're a real estate agent. Like you don't have enough on your plate.
Listen, okay, I'm half Latina, so bring it on.
You all over.
I'm all over it.
Yeah. No, that is dope. So are you with EXP?
I was with EXP. First, I started off with Caldwell when I first got licensed. Then I transferred over to EXP. But now I'm at Compass. Shout out to Compass.
Okay.
Really love my brokerage. Love the dynamics, the space, the energy, the technology. Like Compass is taking over. And I feel like this brokerage is where like I'm thriving.
Okay.
And we just closed yesterday on our other property. We're in escrow on another property. We have a commercial under contract. I'm like, okay, bring it on. There's nothing that I cannot do. But that's big Virgo energy. You know that already.
It is. I do feel that way. There's nothing that I can't do. Really? And I always tell people too, I was just on this panel and I was speaking to entrepreneurs, and this question about failure came up. And I was like, what is that?
Right.
Like, I don't believe in failure. I don't even like the word, I think it's just a word that society puts out there to make you second guess and question yourself. But I'm not afraid of failing at anything.
Right.
Like,
They're all lessons.
they're all lessons. So yeah. So yeah, I love that. There's nothing you can't do.
Right.
Okay.
Especially when, as Virgo women, Virgo men are a little different. But Virgo women, I mean,
So our studio,
I was just saying. I mean, my dad is a Virgo guy, so very different.
our producer today is a Virgo.
Oh. No, you guys are great.
He's
Virgo
like,
men are
carry on.
great.
What was you
Hold
saying?
on. But as I'm speaking from a Virgo woman's perspective,
Yeah.
when we put something in our mind, we already have the vision, we have the plan. We just have to figure out how to execute successfully.
Right. Oh, we have overthought it.
We have overanalyzed
overanalyzed
on so
it.
many different levels. Can't
Yep.
sleep because we're literally processing, brainstorming, analyzing.
For sure.
So we're just phenomenal women. All women are. But there's something about that Virgo energy. I don't know.
Hey, I receive it. Hey, we about to piss some people off,
Okay.
but you heard it
Like,
here.
subscribe and comment.
Right. It is what it is,
Right.
baby. Okay. Congratulations on closing.
Thank you.
And for all the properties that you have in contract.
Thank you.
So in addition to all these things, you're a mom.
I am.
You're a mom. Tell me about your son.
Mariano is 11.
Okay. Mariano.
Mariano. My only kid, single mom out here, raising a king. He's super smart. He's super infectious. He's a comedian. Thanks for the help with my mom supporting me, obviously.
Mom is in the studio today.
Mom's in the studio today, y'all. I couldn't have done it without her. I was a young mom at 22 in college, literally at SF State. Shout out to the Gators. Getting my bachelor's degree in pre-law, and I had him. Wasn't planning it. It just happened. I couldn't get an abortion. It was eating me up. So I ended up having my son, and now he's here, and he's going to be an amazing young man. And I just can't wait to see what he turns into, what he blossoms into.
Yeah. Oh,
He's a Scorpio.
Scorpio. Ooh.
Yeah.
Got your hands full. Yeah.
Man, okay, y'all in my business. What you doing? Where you at? Who you with? You
Oh,
got
yeah.
my location, bruh.
Oh man, I have 4 sons, so I get it. I mean, even my son was on the way. Well, how long is this going to take? And I'm like, dude, you was not my man.
Okay.
Like, why are you asking me all these questions? But back up.
Back
like,
up.
why are you worried about it? That's funny. Yeah, you can't really get away from that. But that's beautiful, that relationship between a mom and a son.
We literally grew up together. Like, I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, I was a baby having a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 22. I wasn't like 15, but still,
Yeah.
even in your 20s, you're still discovering yourself as a woman, as an individual. Like,
Absolutely.
what direction am I going to? What do I really want out of life? What makes me happy? What triggers me? Like, you're still figuring yourself out. And he literally grew up with me. Like, we grew up together. And now we have like this best friend type of like relationship.
Yeah.
And it was hard too, like in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, because I was young and I just wasn't prepared. But now it's like I have fun with him. That's my dog.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I was 20. I had just turned 24, and I had just given birth a month prior to my 3rd son.
Okay.
At 24.
Wow.
I am a different mom now with my 6-year-old. So my sons are all grown. My older sons are all 20 and up. But my 6-year-old gets a totally different version of me. And so it's kind of like the same thing. Like, that's my little broke best friend. Like, he goes everywhere I go. He's my other man. Like, he just, what you doing? Where you going? Where you going? You take me, and I love it. I just, and I enjoyed being a young mom, but it's the same thing. Like, I just so much that I didn't know, and so much that you can't give your kids when you don't know, even though hard as you may try. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we about to start crying on this podcast.
Oh man, listen, they almost got me. I was filming last night. They almost got me. Yeah, it's a struggle, and that was gonna be my next question. Like, how are you balancing everything, like being a mom and your 9 to 5, and it was probably not a 9 to 5. You're probably working swing shifts
6
and
to 2:30.
Oh, girl, and then real estate, which I feel like is full time in itself. Like, how are you doing all of this?
Honestly, I'm still figuring out that life work balance, but I feel like I do it well. But there's still some trial and error. I'll put it that way, right? I'm still learning. I'm evolving.
Yeah.
I don't work every single day, so that helps out. So throughout the day, I'm at the office. At nighttime, I'm a longshorewoman when I do work. So the good thing is I can make my schedule with this job, and then as a real estate agent, I can make my schedule with being a realtor. I can work from home, or I can work in the office, or whatever I decide to do, I could do, right? So it works. And then my mom supports me a lot. Like I said, if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be as successful. So I just make it happen. You just make it work,
Right.
You just got to make it work.
It is a funny question because I know I do remember feeling that way. People are like, how do you do? And I'm like, you just do it.
You just do it.
You just get up every day and you just do it because you don't have any other choice.
That part. And then like watching my mom, she was a single mom of 3 of us, right? And worked at Kaiser for 24 years, owned property, had a business, cooked, cleaned, washed dishes. You know, like I can't fail. Like there is no failure for me. Like I seen a strong woman, very independent, super intelligent, super caring, super sweet, will give you the shirt off her back. She did this. This is her.
Right.
You know, now it's my turn to make sure that she's good.
Right.
So I don't know. Just when you are raised by a woman of depth and purpose, you become that naturally. Like,
right.
You know, like you have to make it work. She had 3 kids. I have 1. What is my excuse?
Right.
You know, like seriously. So you just make it happen.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Maria.
Yeah. To bring Maria on camera. She's hiding from us. She's here, but we're not gonna do that to her. She put her glasses on and everything. Oh, she's crying. That's beautiful.
I'm about to cry,
oh, don't cry. I didn't mean to make you cry, but no, I love that. I love that tribute to your mom and womanhood. So before you got here, I was sitting down with a single dad. He's not a single dad, but I was sitting down with a dad, and we were talking about the importance of parenthood, you know, and that influence it has on your life and who you become, not just as a parent to your children, but just in general. Right. And so many of us grew up without that. You know, without those strong examples, without and with parents who either we didn't have that or we had parents, but just parents who didn't have that to pass on, right? Because people can only give you what they have to give. Right. So to have you sit here and pay tribute to her like that is such a beautiful thing because, you know, it just shows that you took everything valuable from that experience to apply it in your own life. And it's not gonna be perfect, obviously, but that's just a beautiful relationship and thing to be able to share. So I love that for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my best friend.
That's dope. That is dope. No, me and my mom, like we battle, but that's my girl, you know, and I always say too, like, I learned when I got older to give her more grace, especially after my father died, because now it was like, okay, like you all I got, girl. Like we gotta, you know, we have to figure some things out. But one thing that I did that I learned and I feel very strongly about is that people, like I said, can only give you what they have to give. And I had to learn that as a parent too. Like my kids got older and they started questioning certain things that I did. And, you know, it's just like, I gave you what I had. You know what I mean? Like bruh, like I'm tired.
Okay, I'm trying.
Like what you mean? Like you had everything you needed, but I get it. You know, I get it now. Like, because it's all perception. So, you know, it is what it is. So, okay. So we get out of that because we're going to stop crying. She'll have me up in here crying. Like,
listen, it's Saturday. I'm going out tonight.
Cut it out. Right. Yeah. Virgo, we don't cry. We're all this crying shit.
All that.
All right. But evolving financial solutions. I do want to talk more about that because when we did the entrepreneur experience and we were here in the building, like you were talking so fast. I was like, oh, I can't even, like, I'm trying to take notes. And she just throwing that information out there. She had her phone. She was walking back and forth like this. And then it was like, you got any questions? I'm like, bitch, I got a million questions. Like, what you mean? I just can't, I ain't even had time to write them down.
Not on me. She said, I got
yeah, so many. But
it's so crazy.
The funding portion of it, because you post about this. You post about PNC Bank.
Yes.
And the funding, I think you said up to like $650,000.
No, so I got approved for PNC Bank 100% financing. I'm also in the process of getting a multi-unit. So they approved me for $650, no money down. Or we can do $800,000 with 3.5% down. But see, as a realtor, I make 3% when I close, so I'm gonna stick within that $650, so I can walk in really with no money down, and I'm gonna make about $20,000 coming back out of the purchase.
Right.
As a realtor, I'm saving the 3%. Ding 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 ding
ding ding ding ding ding ding ding ding ding. Yeah.
No, but yes, PNC Bank. Shout out to Ricky Bradley. He can get you 100% financing, no money down. Your credit score just has to be a 640. no negative, no derogatories, no collections, nothing negative on your credit report.
Right.
And then obviously having the income to
And this is why
suffice.
credit is so important.
And this is why credit is so important. So, yeah.
Okay.
But there are other programs out there if you don't qualify for that. If you guys don't qualify for that, I can get you in something. Don't worry about that.
Didn't they? I thought I just saw something where was it Fannie Mae? They just did away with. You know what I'm talking about. That's how we anticipate. Wait for it. Okay, so they just did away with the credit score requirements, right?
So not too sure about that one, but they do have $150,000 for a down payment for first-time homeowners.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's another program. Not sure about not having a credit score. I haven't heard that.
Okay.
Maybe I need to do my due diligence. Okay.
Okay. Right.
But listen,
I've seen it on social media, so it must be true.
Okay.
You know.
That part. So what I'll do is I'll look into it and then I'll get back to you on that.
Oh,
but
no, I
don't want anyone not think about no credit score,
right?
Not say having a savings. No, we're not. That's not how we're leading and going into appreciating assets.
Right.
We need a savings. We need to make sure we have a long-term goal. We need to make sure that it's sustainable. We have a foundation because it's one thing to obtain an asset. It's another thing to keep it. Right. So it's not like you're renting. This is yours once you purchase. It's going to be one of the biggest purchases that you're ever going to make in your life.
Right.
You know, so I want to make sure that every person that comes and buys a property, they have a foundation, a solid one at that, because anything can go left quickly.
Right.
Life happens.
Right. For sure. What would be your advice for someone who is just kind of beginning and, thinking about purchasing and what some of the key things that they should be focused on in the beginning of that process?
Your savings,
mm-hmm.
a solid foundation, at least 6 to 12 months of a savings in your account. I know they say that you don't need that. Me personally, I want you to have a savings because again, you can lose your job. You can get sick. You, your husband, whoever you're buying this property with can lose your income.
Right.
You want to make sure that you're being able to sustain it. If you're going to make a purchase and this is your first time, I always say go for a multi-unit. You can live in one and you can rent out the other. Your tenants can pay for that mortgage, or you can pay for a percent of it and then they pay for the other percent, whatever that looks like. You can structure it how you see fit. Right. You always want to make sure you have options. Make sure your credit is in the optimal position because you don't want to have a high APR. Things are already high in California, right?
Right.
Super, super high. You don't want 7, 8, 9, 10% APRs out here. I mean, they're already high. It's like 6.25% right now. So you just have to place yourself in a position where you can get the best product at a best rate for
mm-hmm.
your situation, and make sure that you're not over leveraging. Go get pre-approved. Don't think that you can afford to pay a $4,000 mortgage because of whatever.
Because you're approved for one.
Yeah. Can you really sustain that? You have your car note, I'm sure, insurance, cell phone bill, miscellaneous. You have your mortgage. Mm-hmm. There's all of these factors that you're paying every month. You just want to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a worse situation just because you want to be a homeowner.
Right.
I was a homeowner at the age of 24. I bought my first property, and I was literally only making $42,000 a year. But I've always been a saver, so I can make $50,000. I'm gonna keep about half of that. And that's for sure. Because I'm going to figure out how not to pay these taxes by getting assets legally. Okay, let me make sure I say that on camera. Yeah, legally. But see, you just want to make sure that you're in a position where you can sustain the asset. Yeah. And I think everyone should become homeowners. And whether it's getting a primary residence or if it's getting an investment tool, just make sure that you're set up properly and that you can sustain it. Because again, anything can happen at any moment, and you just never know.
I would think that just in having that, I think my struggle would be in approaching that conversation, because I think telling someone, okay, if you want to be a homeowner, you should have, 6 to 8 months in savings.
That's a lot.
Strategy wise, it is very wise advice, right? But they could be intimidating. And I think that's why a lot of people don't even begin the process. So how does someone get over the hump of that? I mean,
well, for one, they have to think in their mind that this is even possible for them. Right. I can't make someone think that or embed that into them. Right. If you feel like you want to become a homeowner, you just execute, but you plan it according to what your finances look like. If you're in debt, pay off your debt, pay some of it down. You don't want to keep acquiring more debt. Right. Then you're stressed out, and then stress breeds cancer, and then now you're on your deathbed, and now you done left the damn mortgage.
They ain't got no medical coverage.
You ain't got no medical. Listen, okay, now we're going down a rabbit hole. 6 to 12 months, okay, it can be excessive. Do 3 to 6, okay, 3 to 6. But you want to have some sort of savings because, again, anything can happen, like at any moment. COVID hit when I was a homeowner. I'm like, what is going on? I got to pay this mortgage still, and I'm not making no money.
Right.
Like, and I had tenants too. So now y'all living for free, and I'm paying y'all rent, and I'm paying my rent. Like, come on, anything can happen. And that taught me that. So in my mind, just always make sure you're in a better position when you're doing something than you were when you started it. You know?
Yeah.
Because you just never know. Life be life, man.
Yeah, I do. Oh, man.
But I'll just do the little basic stuff. 3 to 6 months of savings. Have a 620 credit score.
Dummy it down for us, please. Everybody at home watching, they like 6 to 8, 6. You said 6 to 8 months.
That's a lot of money.
You said about 8.
It'll take about 8 years to get that.
You said about, okay, well.
And I know everyone is in a different financial situation. I do understand that. But again, I was 24 when I bought my first home. I was a single mother with a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old. And I only was making $42,000.
I think about that now because we're in California. So I was 22 when we bought our first house.
Period.
In Vacaville, California.
Virgo energy, I told y'all.
And I was making, I want to say like $42,000 a year.
Right.
Yeah. Which was big money to me back. I was,
Yeah, we was young. We were young.
22, 40. How much? I make $42,000 a year. Right?
I'm a millionaire out here.
You couldn't tell me shit. It was a big deal. Yeah. But you can't wipe your ass with that now. Like it's just not enough out here. And then, the properties were half the cost too. So again, I just know that it's intimidating. And then I waited all this time to purchase another property for that reason. It's just, I kept thinking like it's going to go down, but it's not going down. It's
and
just
not
going
predict the market.
up and up. You can't predict the market. But it's just everything out here. It's just, so it's like, okay, now's the time. Like if it's not now, it is never out here. So I think that's the mentality too for a lot of people. Like everything is just so much. And how can you view this as affordable? But, rent is high. So you either
you gonna pay
somebody's mortgage or pay your own.
Right. Yeah. And why not get into an appreciating asset 3 to 5 years from now? Now you balling. Right. You want to pull it out. If you want to, leverage it, rent it out.
Right.
You have the option to do that. And then you're not being dictated against because they want to increase your rent by 3% every year or they want to sell the property and want you out.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's so many different. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much going on.
I'm all for ownership though. I'm big on that.
Yeah.
Real estate changed my life.
Yeah.
Really, it did.
Well, it sounds like I need to go get my real estate license.
Girl, listen, honey. I'll send you my ebook, okay?
I was mad buying this property. Like so you say 3%, you get 3.
Girl, listen.
So you say you get 3% back, so that's 20. Okay.
Right.
That is crazy.
And I wasn't a realtor when I sold my property at the time. So I was the seller. I paid 5.5 of my money. I was like, wait, I did that. I analyzed that. I said, how much did I just pay? Oh, yeah, it's time for me to get my license. Sure did.
Yeah.
And just it's up from here.
And it's just another strategy to, generational wealth and just all of these little things that you can do to kind of just put yourself in a better position. So I love that you talk about that often. You post about it, you talk about it, and it's a thing. There's a lot of conversations being had now in our communities about, financial wellness and financial strategy and just the knowledge, just gaining the knowledge. And I love that. I love that wealthy women that they focus heavily on that. It's a part of their platform. So we're going into the gala. The gala is December 13th. If you haven't gotten your tickets, the link is going to be below. Get your tickets.
Now.
If you want to see us both there, get your tickets. But that's why we're here. So you are a panelist there, and we will be talking even more about financial strategy. So if you're in a forum like that and you just had like a piece of advice to give someone who was kind of struggling in that area or just didn't really know where to start, where do they start?
Get a mentor. Because you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Right.
She know.
I know.
She mentors people.
You can reach out to me. But get you a mentor. Get you someone who's been in the same shoes that you're trying to fill.
Right.
Let them pass the baton.
Right.
Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't go crazy trying to figure it out on your own. Leverage the opportunities around you. Leverage those around you. Someone always tells me, use me, don't abuse me.
Right.
So use your mentor. Go find you someone who's willing to do this. Everyone's not willing.
Right.
but find you someone who is. There are people out there. There are people that are willing to feed into you, support you, help you navigate the times or whatever the industry may look like for you, because everyone's in different, sectors. Right. But get you a mentor who's already done it.
Right.
That's the easiest way.
And I tell people too, like, information ain't free.
True.
Time isn't free. Time is a very fleeting thing, and time is expensive.
Right.
So don't be afraid to pay for information and pay for people's time, especially if the outcome is going to be to help you get to where you need to be or be in a better position. And I think we run into that a lot in our community too. Like, you want me to pay what? Just for some information? It's like, well, you either pay for the information, pay for the time that I'm willing to devote to you to give you this information, or you stay where you are. Or you stay in the position that you're in.
No, this is true.
So, I mean, you charge for your services. Right?
You know I'm going to do that.
Okay. So
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
But definitely pay for the information, but be cautious and wary too. You consider the source, because there's a lot of people out here on Instagram and
charging for information.
Yeah, and it's like
useless.
You could have ChatGPT that, honey.
Yeah.
And there goes the source for y'all. I know people are probably, I'm sure y'all are on it, but use it, because I use it daily.
Yeah.
For everything. Okay.
Yeah. AI has definitely changed. I mean, that was one of my questions. Like, how has AI changed the way you do business? Because I know it is. Yeah. Right.
Right. How has it not?
Everything. Yeah.
Everything.
I'm one of those people. So this is a fun fact about me, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm one of those people that when smartphones came out, like, I was holding on to my BlackBerry for dear life. Like, no, I'm going to press this A 3 times for my C. Like, I was not with it. So AI is another thing. And shout out to my son, who was like, Mom, you haven't heard of ChatGPT? You need to go on ChatGPT. You need to From that day, this is shout out to Keon, the real Fast Life at Fast Life World on Instagram.
Love it.
But he showed me ChatGPT.
Right.
And I'm like, y'all been using this? He's like, Mama, I got through college with this. Like, I'm like, crazy. What? And I didn't know anything about it. I write all of my bids with it now. Like, I don't do anything. Nothing without ChatGPT now. Right? Me too. Oh, me too. Oh, I can't upload what? Hold up. Let me drop this 20 so I can upload this picture for this rendering that you finna do. It is such a useful and valuable tool. Man, I told you. You said I'm goofy. I'm goofy.
I'm hella goofy, but you're goofy too, though. I like it. I still want my drink you owe me too.
But for real. Okay, so fun story. We had planned to do this before, and she had a whole mishap on the way here.
Should I tell
him?
Should I run it
please,
back?
Yeah, run it back.
I didn't got a flat tire. I didn't got a speeding ticket on the way here. The AAA service technician declined my service. I had to wait another hour for another guy.
We was cussing out AAA. I was cussing them out for her. Like, you need me to come over there.
Listen, it literally was an 8-hour shift.
Oh, man. Just to come here and be here with me. And then she finally was like, forget it. We're going to do it. I'm coming. And I was like, no, boo, it's too late. Like, we can't do it.
We're going to make it happen, okay?
It's too late. And she was like, okay. Like, no, she did not. And I felt so bad. But everybody in the studio was like,
I know.
Like, what is we doing? Like, what? And I'm like, we're not going. We're going to do it. She coming. She coming. She's not here. She's outside. She's not outside. She's down the street. Oh, then we went to the wrong location.
Girl went to the wrong location. It was a hell of a day.
A time was had.
Oh my.
It was a day.
Not for you.
No.
Because definitely not for me.
So I promised you a drink. I had to. I was like,
yeah,
ooh,
rub me
girl,
my drink, please.
Okay, I got you. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I should have brought it today if you'd told me. Man, okay. So, Wealthy Women Gala, December 13th. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I can't wait until we get up on stage for Wealthy Women, because I'm excited about that, because I know that there's just going to be so much more information being shared for our people, and just getting it out there. And I love that you're so passionate about it.
Thank you.
Can
you see it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, just from the first meeting, like, you was walking fast and you was talking fast.
A little nervous,
but the passion shines through in everything that you do. I could just tell that you are someone who goes hard. You don't half-ass anything, and I love that. Yeah, I love that. I'm the same way, and
So you get it.
I used to think it was like my like this OCD Virgo thing, but now I just when you have it and you want to make sure the people around you get it.
Right.
It just happens by osmosis, and so but
And
not
embrace
everybody
it.
has that. Yeah, embrace it. I love it. I love it. I picked
That's our
up on it. I
superpower.
was like, yeah, it is. It really is. I think so too. So thank you so much for joining me. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Absolutely. My name is Mariah Ivana. You can find me on Instagram at Mariah_Ivana_ or my business page, Evolving Financial Solutions. And then my real estate page is Ivana Estates.
Ivana Estates.
I'm
like
a
that.
realtor and a financial strategist. I help people evolve through credit repair, business funding, and of course, real estate.
So it's like a one-stop shop. You're ready to purchase a property. You need to get your credit together. You want to save some money, do some long-term financial planning. Like this is your girl. You want to find some single longshoremen. I'm sure she know a few too. Like they make money.
Oh,
I'm
my
just put it
God.
out
And I'm going to
there.
be charging for that, though.
So-
Because, listen, because that could change your life. Matchmaker.
Ivana's dating service coming soon.
Oh, I like it.
Right. Okay. I need some proceeds because I came up with it. Hey. Okay. We got ideas for our
Out
ideas.
here, yes, that's
Okay.
that burger with us. We are big business out here.
Right. Never too much. So, thank you for joining me.